এখানে প্রথম থেকে লাস্ট পর্যন্ত সমস্ত সেমিস্টারের ইম্পর্ট্যান্ট কোয়েশ্চেন তুলে ধরা হলো যা পরীক্ষায় আসবে। কোর্স 4.1 4 2/4 3/4 4/4 5 CORECOURSE 4.1 TEACHEREDUCATIONII 1. Briefly discuss about the teacher education curriculum at pre-primary stage. 2. Critically analyze the teacher education curriculum at elementary stage. 3. What is your view about the teacher education curriculum at secondary stage? 4. Analyze the teacher education curriculum at higher education stage. 5. Describe about approaches of teacher education. 6. Why teacher evaluation is important. 7. How CBCS system is challenging for both teachers and students. 8. What is performance appraisal? How performance appraisal is done. 9. Discuss how the portfolio assessment can be implemented. 10. What do you mean by innovative practices in teacher education? 11. Explain in brief the cooperative or collaborative teaching. 12. What are the approaches of reflective teaching? 13. What is the constructivist classroom? 14. Discuss the action research, definition and characteristics of action research, purposes of action research. Explain the process of action research, assumptions of action research, steps of action research, advantage of action research, limitations of action research. 15. Describe the team teaching. Explain about objectives of team teaching, types of team teaching, factors responsible for success of team teaching. Discuss the advantages and limitations of team teaching. COMPULSOROELECTIVCOURSE 4.2 EDUCATIONALTCHNOLOGOII 1. Explain the psychological basis of programmed instruction. Discuss the meaning and definitions of programmed learning. 2. What is a program? Discuss the characteristics of programmed learning. Explain the modification of principles, optional principles. 3. Discuss the rule for the art of programming and role of teacher. Explain the effects of program learning on teaching. Discuss the merits and advantages of program method and limitations of program learning with program learning approach in normal classroom teaching. 4. What is linear program? Principles of linear programming. Discuss the characteristics of linear programming and disadvantages. 5. What is branching or intrinsic program? Discuss the characteristics of branching or intrinsic program and types, assumptions of branching program. Explain the advantages and disadvantages. 6. What is mathematics? Discuss the characteristics, step. Explain the disadvantages. 7. Explain the defining development of programmed instruction material. Explain the advantages and disadvantages. 8. Describe the process of developing a programmed instruction model with suitable example. 9. What is CAI? What are the modes of CAI? What are the challenges of CAI in India? 10. Discuss about meaning of learner controlled instruction or LCI. Explain the procedures or steps involved, advantages and limitation. 11. Discuss about teaching machines. Explain characteristic of teaching machine, basic principles and types. 12. Discuss, in brief, the contrasting paradigms of evaluation. 13. Make a comparison between formative and summative evaluation. 14. Explain the norm reference test and criterion reference test with their utility or uses. Discuss the difference between NRT and CRT. 15. Explain the question bank. Discuss question bank and information, process to develop or function to question bank. Explore the advantages. 16. Explain the open book examination. Discuss abilities to be tested in an open book examination, advantages and disadvantages. নিচের অংশগুলো টাইপ করা হলো ড্যাশ 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 COMPULSOROIELECTIVCOURSE 4.3 EDUCATIONALTECHNOLOGOIV. What do you mean by microteaching? Describe the characteristics and microteaching procedure. Explain the merits and demerits of microteaching. 2. Discuss the simulated teaching, simulation in education, assumptions, principles of simulation, gamming. Explain the application of simulation in the training of teachers, steps in simulation, precautions in developing simulated teaching techniques. Explore the limitations of simulation, role-playing. 3. Describe the meaning of interaction analysis. Explain the Flanders interaction analysis model. 4. Construction and installation of overhead projector. Explain the types of HP transparency and theory use, advantages and disadvantages of overhead projection. 5. Discuss the concept of virtual university. Characteristics, elements, pedagogical perspective for virtual university, advantages and disadvantages of virtual university. 6. Explain the meaning of virtual classroom. Explain the components and advantages and disadvantages. 7. Explain the meaning of smart classroom. Explain the components and advantages and disadvantages. 8. What is educational technology? Describe various emerging trends in educational technology. 9. What do you mean by Web 2.0 technology? Discuss various resource centers for educational technology in India or describe in brief the various online learning resources. Dash dash dash. OPTIONALELECTIVCOURSE 4.1 GUIDANCENDCOULACLLING. Describe the concept of guidance. Explain the nature, principles and need of guidance. 2. Describe the difference between guidance and counseling. Explain the counseling process. 3. Describe the concept of counseling. Explain the nature, principles of counseling. 4. Discuss the qualities or characteristics of good counselor. Explain the role of counselor during counseling. Discuss the ethical principles of counseling. 5. Discuss about mental health, nature or characteristics of mental health. Explain the symptoms of good mental health, symptoms of poor mental health, role of home and school in maintaining mental health or factors affecting mental health. 6. Explain meaning, historical background of mental hygiene. Describe nature, aims, subject matter or scope of mental hygiene. 7. Discuss about adjustment. Explain the major concepts, characteristics, scope of adjustment, techniques of adjustment or prevention and remedies of maladjustment, defense mechanisms. Describe the implications of adjustment for education. 8. Discuss about maladjustment, causes of maladjustment. Explain the prevention and remedies of maladjustment. 9. What is the meaning of personality disorder? Explain the factor of abnormal behavior or personality disorder, types of personality disorder. 10. Describe the concept of educational guidance. Explain the need of educational guidance. 11. Explain the depressive disorder. Discuss the symptoms, types, causes and remedies of depression. 12. Describe the concept of vocational guidance. Explain the characteristics of vocational guidance. With merits and demerits. Dash dash dash. OPTIONALELECTIVCOURSE 4.2 DISTNCEDECATION. Act. Explain the meaning and concept of open and distance learning, ODL, and its nature and scope. 2. Discuss the difference between face-to-face learning and open and distance learning. 3. Discuss the application of information and communication technology, ICT, in open and distance learning, ODL. 4. Describe the genesis and development of distance education in India. 5. Explain the development of distance education at global level. 6. Discuss about the concept of massive open online courses. Explain the benefits of massive open online courses in education. 7. Explain the role of communication theory in distance education. 8. How theories of learning and communication can help in course design. 9. Explain about characteristics of self-learning materials or SLMS. Discuss the difference between self-learning materials, SLM, and textbooks. 10. Explain the process of preparation of an SLM unit. Give suitable examples at each stage. 11. Discuss the principles or criteria for ordering self-learning materials. 12. Explain the forms of assessment in distance education. 13. Define LSS. Discuss any two media of counseling. Explain didactic communication. 14. Describe competencies and qualities of a counselor. 15. Explain role of a tutor in ODL. Discuss attributes of an ideal tutor. 16. Discuss need and categories of academic counseling. 17. Discuss about the significance of assignment. Dash dash dash.